Hey, that was beautiful. All right. Thank you to the Cheshire Voice Singers for their perfect introduction to our show. Thank you for checking in with our new episode of this podcast, not a podcast. And there she is. Thank you, Pam Landry, for being there in your broadcast quarantine shelter. Pam and I have been putting this episode together, and things have been changing, as you know, day to day, if not, that's wrong now. Oh, no, that's out. They've been changing hour to hour. I was supposed to get this bird's nest on my head, this snarled, matted mess I call hair. I had an appointment to get it cut, and then they moved all the barbershops and beauty parlors. They've moved all those appointments back another couple of weeks. And now here I am with my scraggly quarantine hair and my even scragglier quarantine beard. And thank goodness for all of us that this podcast, not a podcast, is just audio this week. Pam Landry, how are you doing? How's your quarantine hair? And have you had to do any home hairstyling yet?
Wait a minute, Brian Smith. Did you just say beauty parlor? Wow. That reminds me of my mom. I think salon is probably a more up-to-date term for what you were referring to. Brian Smith, well, my favorite hairstyle these days is baseball cap. I'm not really seeing anyone, so, it's okay. Hey, the majority of the charges on my credit card are local breweries. Curbside pickup, supporting local business. And yeah, things are extremely, shall we say, fluid these days. Changing by the minute, just trying to figure things out. It's not easy. I mean, really, all of this is a situation that no one's been confronted with ever before. So I think all of us, or at least most of us, are trying to do the best we can. I mean, sure, I'd like things to be different, but I'm certainly not complaining. Brian Smith, everybody's experience with this pandemic is different. Some people have had to be working through this on the front lines, essential workers. Others have not. I was furloughed. We'll see if it's a layoff from a job that I had. I was waiting to hear about a new job, which is on hold. But I feel fortunate. I have not been out on the front lines. And Brian Smith, I do respect those who want and need to get back to work. But I also respect those who feel it might be a little bit too soon. I think it's really important to consider all aspects. And again, everybody's situation is different. But as someone said to me, just because you're bored doesn't mean it's over. Oh, and by the way, my house is dirty again. I got tired of cleaning it.
Oh, sorry, Pam. I got one of my shirts here. And while you were talking, I was playing everybody's favorite quarantine game. Can I wear this one more day? And, of course, the answer is always yes. Why, yes, you can wear that another day. And tomorrow, I'll play it again. And the answer will be the same thing. Yes, one more day. Funny, you should say your house is dirty again, Pam Landry. It sounds like one of my favorite actual news editorial headlines from the past week. And that headline from the New York Times, an actual newspaper that I read online. That's just a sound effect. The actual headline was, "Quarantine is nothing but endless dirty dishes." Here's another one, and this one is even better for you. "You're never alone in a dusty apartment." And you know what that means? The writer claims the human body, that's yours and mine, renews all its skin in 28 days. Therefore, in 1 month inside your home, you have flaked off enough skin to create another human being. Another human being scattered around your rugs, around your coffee table, in your armoire. And I did say armoire. It's the perfect piece of furniture to pair with a hassock at a beauty parlor. Some other good actual headlines. "Cutting your partner's hair is the new relationship test." Here's another one. Actual headline. "I finished the book War and Peace, and now I'm done with pandemic self-improvement." And my favorite, this is a real headline now. I'm not being Jay Leno, but this is a real headline. This is from the New York Times from last week. "Here's all you need to know about getting started raising backyard chickens." Now, who doesn't want to do that, right? Well, Pam, I got to say that I think the whole novelty of this quarantine is starting to wear off on everybody. I know for me, I can't wait until Governor Lamont finally opens up everything and says, you can finally get your hair cut and you can finally take a shower. Wait a minute, what? Not taking a shower was not part of this quarantine deal? Oh boy.
No, Brian, it wasn't. As long as you're doing it in your own home and not going over to a friend's, you can take a shower. And as long as you have water. As for raising backyard chickens, too many cats in my neighborhood. But yes, quarantine fatigue is a real thing. And as of right now, you can get a haircut. Barbershops and salons, known by you as beauty parlors, are open if they want to be. Lots of rules and regulations, and starting with you absolutely have to have an appointment. So, personally, I'm waiting till my hair gets down to my butt. Anyway, back on the lighter side of the pandemic, you were talking about headlines that you read in the newspaper. There was a whole series that I saw online, movie marquees during the pandemic, because one of the things you can't do right now is go to the movies. So a lot of theaters that are shuttered have put interesting messages up on their movie marquees. Like this one, Brian Smith. We heard you can stream movies on the internet. Do that. Another one on its main marquee says, I assure you we're not open. And then underneath on the marquee just above the doorway, it says, you're still here? It's over. Go home. Go. Another movie marquee says, be excellent to each other. That's a nice one. The marquee on the Lake Theater and Cafe, wherever that might be, says, now playing Contagion, coming soon, a $1,200 check in the mail. And finally, another movie marquee and a nod to the movie Back to the Future reads, Marty, you must not leave the house. Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events. Now, Brian Smith, speaking of local businesses starting to reopen, on this episode 39 of Podcast Not a Podcast, the Quarantine Edition, we will be checking in with a couple of our favorite local businesses, both of these in Hamden. We'll hear from Kelly at Kelly's Cone Connection because it's always a good time to have ice cream. And Liz Hindinger of Hindinger Farm. Oh, Brian Smith, in fact, Kelly from Kelly's Cone Connection is here now.
Hi, Kelly from Kelly's Cone Connection. Just want everyone to know that we are still making ice cream. We are open 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday from 12 to 9. We are making ice cream cakes and pies. We have our 6-packs available. You could order online with our new system, or you could phone in your order and we will do curbside delivery. You could also just come to the store. We'll come right outside, take your order, fill it, and bring it out to you. If you'd like home delivery, we do Uber Eats. And you could check our daily flavors on our website page and on our Facebook. Things change daily, so please check in. And also, our ice cream is being sold at Hinninger's Farm on Dunbar Hill Road in Hamden. And we are expecting a shipment of their native strawberries in the next few weeks. And we will be making our native strawberry ice cream. And you have to get that while it lasts. It's only available for a short time. Thank you all. Please stay healthy and safe.
That is Kelly from Kelly's Cone Connection in Hamden. Now, people in Hamden, they know just where that is. Their cars lead them right to the parking lot. It's part of the Glenwood Drive-In. But to anybody from outside of Hamden who is looking for one of the best stops on the Connecticut Ice Cream Trail, Kelly's Cone Connection is at 2538 Whitney Avenue. Pam, I think there's a beauty parlor nearby. Kelly has the strawberry ice cream made from the fresh local strawberries. And the place where those strawberries come from is Hindinger's Farm, also in Hamden, up on a big hill. This weekend, the Hindingers are having some fun on the farm, including food trucks on Saturday and Sunday. Here is Liz Hindinger to tell us more.
Hi, this is Liz from Hindinger Farm. Boy, you could tell it's summer. It's got hot and the strawberries are popping. We started picking our own strawberries and are selling them in our stand. We are still doing curbside service to keep everybody safe. We will probably do this within the next couple of weeks. Then we will open up hopefully in July for everybody to come in. We're going to see Kelly from Kelly's Cone Connection because she is picking up strawberries for her famous strawberry ice cream with our strawberries. We're very excited about that. Even though we can't have the Strawberry Fest, we can always enjoy the strawberry ice cream and the strawberries. I'm starting to pick a lot of flowers. My perennial gardening is doing beautifully. We have so much in the stand. You can pull up, we'll give you a sheet, and you can just tell us what you want. You can call and order, or you can send us an email at info@hindingersfarm.com to place an order. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody. This weekend, we're having Casius from 11 to 2 on Saturday, and the Snickering Coyote from 11 to 2 on Sunday. So it's nice to start with some food trucks, because we're all looking forward to something different. Thanks. We'll hopefully see you soon.
Thank you, Liz Hindinger of Hindinger's Farm up in Hamden, up on the Big Hill. Big weekend coming up for them. Fresh food, fresh strawberries, food trucks. You can't ask for more. Well, welcome back to the Smith & Landry Podcast, Not a Podcast, where every day is an adventure, a new, frightening adventure. And now we have to deal with changing phases in the pandemic. You know, Pam Landry, I guess it's just the way we humans live. We're itchy now. We're done with phase 1. We want to get to phase 2. The other day, I was at the beach and I saw a young couple, obviously in love. I mean, they were going at it. I mean, they were at most 5 feet away from each other. And I'm looking in horror. And I said, "Hey, you two, hold on. There's kids and grandmas here. You don't want to be getting too close to each other. You want to get a little close. Go get some hazmat suits and bump elbows. But take that behavior someplace else. Go get yourself a couple of cheap adjoining rooms." But I'm a little worried about phase 2, Pam Landry. I don't know what that means. Will my voice change in phase 2? Will I grow more ear hair? If I have to get my temperature taken before I go to a movie, do I have to do it in front of everybody? Will they at least put a mat on the ground to make me more comfortable? Just a little worried, Pam Landry. Do I have to wear a different style of clothing in phase 2? And can I drive as fast as I want in phase 2? Obviously, people are doing that now in phase 1. And do they have Netflix in phase 2? What about donuts? What about strawberries?
Well, Brian Smith, your voice may change. You may grow more ear hair, but I doubt that either of those things will be connected to phase 2. And as for strawberries, oh, there will definitely be strawberries, especially at Hindinger Farm and at Kelly's Cone Connection. So, Brian, just to kind of tell you what phase 2 will entail, it's a lot. It starts June 17th, and actually, you can get the full list of what phase 2 includes and the rules and regulations pertaining to at ct.gov. Now, in phase 2, businesses are not required to open. However, if they do, they have to follow the rules. And those are rules that pertain to physical distancing and facility capacity, hygiene, sanitizing, signage, scheduling, training, PPE, and other things like that. Now, some of the businesses that will be opening or can open, starting with phase 2, June 17th, are outdoor amusement parks, hotels and lodging, indoor dining, indoor museums, zoos, and aquariums, indoor recreation, things like movie theaters and bowling alleys, libraries, outdoor events. Again, all of these with strict regulations. So outdoor events doesn't mean like 1,000 people can get together. No. Also personal services like salons and tattoo parlors and spas and sports and fitness facilities can reopen as well. But again, all of those things with strict rules. So before you go anywhere, check with that business and find out what their guidelines are. And Brian Smith, wherever you go, be sure you have a face covering. Again, many thanks to Kelly of Kelly's Cone Connection and Liz Hindinger of Hindinger Farm, both in Hamden, for joining us on this episode 39 of Brian and Pam's Podcast Not a Podcast, the quarantine edition. I think that's about it for now. Stay safe.
Is that it, Pam Landry? Is it over? I guess we'll all meet in phase 2. Goodbye.